welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So my name is Jackie and I provide travel update. I also make videos for the K1 visa, adjustment of status or a green card, and the removal of condition. If you want to know more about the travel update, please keep on watching. Alright, so in this topic, I will be sharing with you who are allowed to enter the Philippines. So my source is actually coming from the Bureau of Immigration. This update is as of the 1st of October 2021. I wanted to provide the bad news first. So for international tourists, sad to say that it's not yet allowed. So traveling to the Philippines are still restricted. So hopefully they will update that very soon and I will be the first one to give you an update. But as of right now, if you have a fiance to the Philippines, if you are an American citizen, you are not yet allowed to travel. Okay, so who are allowed to travel to the Philippines? As of right now, there are three types of people that can enter the Philippines. So number one is the Filipino citizen. All you have to do is to provide your passport and at the same time identification certificate as proof of recognition as Filipino citizen, and Citizenship Retention and Reacquisition Act of 2003 certificate under RA 9225. I cannot memorize all of these, so that's why I'm looking on my phone. So those are actually allowed to enter the Philippines. And number two are the balikbayan. So who are considered to be the balikbayan? If you are a Filipino citizen who have been continuously out of the Philippines for a period of at least 1 year, then you are considered as balikbayan. A Filipino overseas worker is also considered as balikbayan. A former Filipino citizen who had been naturalized in one of the following countries and who comes or returns to the Philippines. So I'll be sharing with you what are those countries. If you are part of those countries, then you are also considered as the balikbayan. The reason why I'm showing you these countries because if your country is not part of it, of these countries that I will be showing you, then there are separate documentations required when you enter the Philippines, okay? Okay, so the Balikbayan program also extends to immediate family members, for example, spouse and children of the Balikbayan who are nationals of one of the countries that was mentioned and traveled together with the Balikbayan. So the program allows visa-free entry into the Philippines and the visa-free stay for a period of 1 year for Balikbayans who are former Filipinos and or the immediate family of balikbayans who are from the countries that was mentioned earlier. Okay, balikbayans traveling to the Philippines who are former Filipinos are advised to declare before the Philippine immigration officer at the port of entry that they are availing of the privilege and have to present either their old Philippine passport or copy of Philippine birth certificate as proof of their former Filipino citizenship. Alright, so accompanying family members of the balikbayan should bring appropriate supporting documents. For the spouse, the copy of marriage certificate, and for each child, copy of birth certificate. For adopted children, copy of adoption papers. So like I've mentioned earlier, so for if you are coming from a country that was not listed on the countries that I have shown you earlier, then you must need to secure a visa before entering the Philippines. Okay, so number three is the foreign nationals with valid and existing visa. So 9A visa holder are allowed to enter the Philippines. So these people are actually a immediate family of a Filipino citizen and they are not traveling together with the Filipino citizen. So they must seek a visa before entering the Philippines. But the good thing is you are no longer required to obtain an entry exception document. All right, so if you are a foreign national not traveling with your Filipino spouse or children, you need to seek a visa, 9A visa, and you are no longer required to obtain an entry exemption document. All right, so what are the general requirements when you enter the Philippines? So here are the list of requirements if you are planning to enter the Philippines and you are part of those people that was mentioned earlier. Okay, you must not come from the red country, which is only Bermuda country are not allowed to enter the Philippines, or you have not been there for 14 days before traveling to the Philippines. That is one of the requirements. So as long as you haven't been to Bermuda country for the last 14 days, then you are good. Except if you are a Filipino who is part of that repatriation flight. Okay, the next one is you must present a confirmed booking of at least 10 days in a accredited hotel, quarantine, or facilities. And if you're coming from the green list country, at least 7 days hotel bookings for passengers who are fully vaccinated and coming from the green list countries that were verified by the DOH. Okay, number 3 is subject to the presentation of the required documents. All right, folks, so that is it as of right now. That's a latest updates of who are allowed to come into the Philippines. So again, if you are a foreign national and you don't have a family in the Philippines, or if you don't have a spouse or children, you are not allowed to enter the Philippines. So if you wanted to know which countries are part of the green list or the red country, then I also have a separate video for that. I uploaded it yesterday. I will continue to update you guys regarding the Philippine travel update, and if you please click that notification bell so that you get notified once I upload a new video, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please like because this helps my channels a lot if you like my video, because YouTube actually share it to a lot of people if a lot of people likes the video. All right, so again, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time on the new travel update. Bye.